Good morning students. Welcome back to your computer class. In today's class we will learn two different type of methods and two different way to call these methods. In Java, methods that have arguments can be invoked either by call by value method or call by reference method. Methods are called by value or reference depends upon what type of data are passed to the methods. The call by value is the process of passing the copies of the values of the actual parameter to the formal parameter at the time of method call. Therefore, any changes made in the formal parameters during function operation do not affect the actual parameters. By default, all primitive data types such as integer value, double value, character value, boolean value are passed to a function using passed by value method. And as we are calling using passed by value method, this is also called call by value method. And call by reference, this is the process of passing the references of the actual parameters to the formal parameters at the time of method call. We are not passing value in this case. These references are used to access the actual parameters specified in the call. Therefore, the changes made in the formal parameters during function operation affects the actual parameters. By default, non-primitive data types such as array, objects are passed to the function using passed by reference method. So this call is call by reference method. So let's have an example through which we can better understand this call by value and call by reference method.
Here in BlueJ, I will define one class with two methods. First is void call, which will take one integer parameter. And inside the function, I will write the code to update the value of this integer variable by plus plus. And then we will display the value of this parameter. And then one more function I will include here, caller, which will call this called method. Now in caller I will declare one variable I equal to suppose 10. Then I will call this called function with this I as a parameter. Called I. So now in this case I is what? The actual parameter for this called method, and A is the formal parameter which will receive the value of I. Then this called function will be executed with the value of I to display one output. Now in caller method I will display the value of I. So compile this program, no syntax error. Now when I will create object of this class, using object I can call either this called method or caller method. I will call this caller method. So when I will call this caller method, in caller method one I variable will be created with initial value 10. Then this called method will be called from this caller method with I's value is 10, which will be copied to this A variable. So this is what call by value method, where we are passing the value of I, which is 10, to this A variable. Once the value of I gets copied to this A variable, A is a separate memory area which will maintain its own value, which gets copied from this I variable. Then we are updating the value of A variable here in this function. So A's value will become 11. Then this println statement will display the updated value of A, which is 11. Then after executing these two lines in called method, the control will come back to this caller method, and the remaining statement, which is system.out.println, will execute, where the value of I will be displayed. So I's value was 10, it will display the value 10. Let's see. This is my object, right click on it. We will get two methods. Which one to be called? Caller. So for the call of caller method, the called method gets executed. See, first output is 11, next output is 10. So these 11 outputs get displayed for the execution of the println statement of called method. And this 10 gets displayed for the execution of the println function of caller method. That means in caller method, the value of I, which was 10, was passed to the called method, and called method received that value in its formal parameter, which was A. And then in called method, when the value of A was updated by A++, its value gets changed, but that changes doesn't affect the actual parameter in caller method. That's why in caller method, when we are displaying I, it is displaying its old value, which was 10. So this type of call of this method is called call by value method. And as we are passing value of I variable to this A variable, so this is also called pass by value method. As I have already told, the function that has parameter of any primitive type can be called using only call by value method. Now we will see the call by reference method, where the parameters type will be non-primitive type. So if I make here one non-primitive type parameters like int array A, then this function will be called using call by reference method. Now let me make one for loop here to get the index number of all the elements of A array. So for int s equal to 0 semicolon s less than a dot length s plus plus. Then inside this loop to access all elements using a of s and then plus plus. So a of s plus plus means we are updating the value of each element of this array by plus 1. Now again you make a loop to get the elements to display them. Here what to print? A of s. Now before that I can display one message. Println array in called method. Now in caller method also I have to declare one array. Suppose I is my array and store few values here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now to call this called method I have to pass this array. I is my array. So in this way we can pass this I array to this called method. Now when we are passing this I array to this A array, so A array will be the alias name of this I array. That means A is the reference variable which will store the reference of this I array. That means whenever we are changing anything in this array, actually we are changing in this I array because only one memory area is referred by I and A, both this reference variable. Now here also let me display this array. Here array is I and here this is caller method. No syntax error. Now when we will call this caller method after creating the object of this class, caller method will be executed, and here in the first line in caller method we are creating one array 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 which will be referred by this I reference variable. Then we are passing this I reference variable to this called method. So that means called method will be called with reference. That means actually we are passing the reference. So this is called pass by reference, and function is called by reference. That's why it is called by reference method. So A is the reference variable which will receive the value of I, which is actually the reference of this array where 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 values are stored in consecutive memory area. Then this function will update the value of all 5 elements of this array using A reference variable. Then it will display all the elements of this array, and after execution of this method, the control will come to this caller method where one more println statement is displaying a message array in called method, and it is displaying the array again using I reference variable. That means we will get the same output because both A and I reference variable is referring the same memory area where the array is stored. So let us check. Object. Now I will call this caller method. See the output. Array in called method 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. These are updated value of the elements. And after that, when control came back to this caller method, in caller method also it is displaying the same values of that array. That means the changes made in the formal parameter actually affects the actual parameter in called by reference method. Understood?
Now we will learn different type of functions. Based on the functionalities, methods can be of two types. One is pure function, another one is impure function. Pure functions, that is also called accessor method or getter method. Pure functions are the functions that can access any data of an object but does not modify the objects. If a pure function takes argument, it does not change the value of the argument parameters which are passed. They always return values which are solely depend on their arguments. Hence, if we call a pure function with same set of arguments, we will always get the same return values. Generally, pure function takes place in call by value method. It contains a return statement in order to send back the outcome of the functions or the state of an object to the caller. Now next is impure function, which is also called sometimes mutator function or setter method or modifier function. Impure functions are the functions that can set or change the state of an object each time they are called. Impure function may or may not return a value. If impure function takes argument, it can change the value of the arguments which are passed. The return value of the impure function do not depend on their arguments. Hence, if we call an impure function with same set of arguments, we might get different return values. For example, random function of math class, now functions of date class. Generally, impure function takes place in call by reference method. And few examples of pure functions are pow functions of math class, length function of string class, caret function of string class, is uppercase function of character class, etc. So we have completed our portion. After few days you have your half yearly exam. So study seriously at home and get ready for your half yearly exam. So see you in our next class. Till then, Bye. Have a nice day.